Being healthy is a human right. So why are we prohibiting people from it? I will be discussing the health disparities in minority communities, specifically unhealthy habits of physical activity and diet in minority communities. Recently, we've learned that being healthy isn't a privilege. It's a human right. But in these low-income areas, this is just not the case. There aren't a lot of resources provided to improve health or even encourage healthy habits in all low-income areas. This is a huge issue since low-income areas have extremely unhealthy lifestyles and suffer from various health issues because of this. There have been tactics to reach out to community centers or churches to help by hosting informative events on how to be healthy. However, one person coming down semi-annually to tell people how to eat right isn't enough. We know that on an individual level, and interpersonal factors directly influence health behaviors like physical activity and contribute to health disparities among different identity groups. However, if people in these community centers and churches don't practice these healthy behaviors themselves, then how will this help anyone? We have proof of this in the resource deprivation theory and the risk exposure theory. The efforts given to resolve poverty and also improve health conditions in low-income areas aren't sufficient enough to solve anything. There have been 13 different federal programs for low-income families, including nutrition programs like SNAP and WIC. However, though these programs are bureaucracies, were made to solve the problem of poverty to help people with their health, they aren't doing that. Why? Because if they solve the problem, then they won't have jobs. We give these bureaucracies $773 billion. And this money alone, given to each family in need, could end American poverty. In these low-income areas, there aren't a lot of healthy food choices. When you go through a red zone or just like a low-income area, you only see fried foods. There are usually people who have to work 2 jobs just to put food on the table, and usually they don't have time to cook. So going to fast food is mandatory for them. And not having any healthy food alternatives to provide to themselves and also to their kids is horrible. If they could have had a Salada or a Jamba Juice or even a Chick-fil-A just to get something healthier, it could impact the community a lot. A solution is implementing bureaucracies that have a goal to complete the task that they are given. The fact that we are giving these anti-poverty programs more and more money every year and the duration of poverty, which is the amount of people who are in poverty now and have been for years now, the fact that that percentage is still 58% shows that they're not doing their jobs. Having federal law that will hold these programs accountable is also a mandatory process to help low-income people. Creating an outlet to be healthy by placing healthier food options in these areas gives them something to help them with this transition from unhealthy to healthy. For physical activity, it's very common among minority communities to have low physical activity levels, whether it's due to unsafe areas, lack of resources, or lack of information on how to be healthy. These are the same reasons for all minority communities. A solution to this can be country clubs. Just like in upper class communities, we can provide physical activity facilities to all people. Also, for parents who work late and can't really play with their kids as much, there should be more programs like the Boys and Girls Club where kids can just have like an after school activity facility to play around in, where they can just get on the late bus and just go directly to these clubs. Also, in communities, you do see that women have the least physical activity performance rates. There needs to be more female alluring facilities. An example of this could be a girls' gym. It's very common for women to walk into a gym and feel uncomfortable by the lustful gazes that they notice. This discourages them to go to the gym. So why don't we create a female's gym where it exaggerates femininity by making everything pink and having Pinterest quotes everywhere? there's a million and one ways that we can solve these issues in low-income areas, but it feels like they aren't being solved intentionally.